Hey, Reiner. It's been 4 years.
Oh my god, it's been 4 years,
Yeah.
guys. It's been 4 years! And we're gonna have to wait 4 years, basically!
We're going to have a good conversation.
Yeah. The worst part about this is that while we're definitely going to be in a situation where, waiting a week is nothing for us
yes.
Attack on Titan fans, because
We've waited a long time to get here. We can wait a little bit longer.
we've waited quite a while.
But even
Shouldn't be an
so,
issue.
yeah, what a time to have an extra week.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
What a time.
Oh, boy.
What a time. How are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Who are the letters to? I know! I know!
Yeah, because it wasn't just one. It was
Letters.
letters. And
Plural.
all those letters, So, yeah.
Ah!
Uh-huh.
God, this is gonna be
A lot of
crazy. Oh my god. Welcome all the follows. We have a lot
Yes.
of new followers coming in today.
Quite a few.
Oh my god, so many. Let's shout them all out here while y'all are jumping in here. Alzwodas, Viquetu, Angelililil, Valia Hex, Esdros, Apple Baron, Axrin, Seventh Shade, Beam Bam, Alqua, Antifith with the Twitch Prime for 23 months. Amiju with the Tier 1 for 17 months. No, 18 months. Whoa.
Thank you.
And Sneed Store, thank you so much for the follow.
Yes.
Phoenix Master, thank you so much for the follow. All right, guys.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Like,
And did you get the whole parallel of how, that's what Eren said to the Colossal Titan when it showed up at Trost?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. Oh, it's been
Yeah.
4 years. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's a cycle, man. It's a cycle. I'm going to be showing you guys the clipboard and all the stuff, all the things connected and stuff, because paths, man, paths.
and yes.
Oh, God,
peak
everyone's
ass.
all about the peak ass. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
mhm.
You got a peek at that ass? Yeah.
It is some peak
Did it
levels
pique
of
your
ass.
curiosity? Was this peak satisfaction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has Attack on Titan peaked as of this point?
Well, it has definitely peaked.
Oh, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
I-
Yep.
I would say that there are quite a few ways we could keep going with this, too.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's quite
Maybe
quite a
it'll
few.
just be peak after peak.
Yeah.
From
With,
one peak to the next.
From one peak to the next, exactly.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I love
but,
that this is something you guys are unironically serious about. Like, just the fact that it's something that
there's some
doesn't
thirsty
seem to be
peak stands
just,
out there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be just a meme. Like, you guys are actually legitimately like, this is a serious thing, Caleb. Let us thirst for a second here.
There is some good fan art out there, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is it all SFW? Well, all is a strong word.
Yeah.
Is most of it SFW?
Well, okay. What is SFW if we really think about it?
That's true. That is true.
It's
My bosses back in the day were pretty chill if they had walked into my office and seen me, enjoying some covered,
cultured.
anime booty. Then they would be like,
I see.
I just make sure you hit your deadlines,
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
they'd walk out because it could be like that sometimes. Exactly. SFW is a point of view, Anakin.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
323 Starlight with the 100 bits. Can't stay long, but I do want to deliver some news. Demon Slayer's newest movie has beaten Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away and become Japan's #1 movie of all time.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now
It's
that
kinda
is
crazy.
Now that is Japan box office,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. It's kind of the
right,
equivalent of
yes.
saying there are certain movies here in the U.S. that are #1 in the domestic market, but made absolutely nothing
in
globally.
their domestic girlfriend market. It is, yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And yes, Mordred, yeah, that's a great explanation of it. The butt scene is mostly a joke, but Peak is 100% the best Attack on Titan waifu. That part is super serious. Yeah. Peak has a
Okay.
lot of very, very loyal shrimps. Yeah.
Shrimps. Oh, right. We're on Twitch now.
Yeah.
They're shrimps. Exactly.
Yes, well, I think
Gotcha.
that actually that was actually, I believe, because of a particular shark that came up with that term. But yeah.
Gotcha. I also know that it's like people are talking about it potentially being TOS to call them anything other than shrimps.
Well, only as an insult.
Oh.
Only as an insult.
So if I lovingly called myself a shrimp, it's okay.
It's totally fine.
It's totally okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. 17 Vincio with the Twitch Prime for 4 months. Yeah, AOT podcast.
You know it.
Hell yeah.
You know it.
Hell yeah. Let's go. I Twitch peak, no shame. Oh my god.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. Hey, I'm new here. How do you do things here? You two read the chat. There are some mods to delete the spoils then? Yes,
there are,
yes.
and I am also here. So,
Indeed.
you know,
Like Jacob
protect his virgin eyes.
Jacob has seen all.
I have seen things that you could not
He's tapped
possibly
into the
imagine.
beyond.
I've tapped into the paths.
Yes.
Yes, things that were, things that are, and
some
some things that have
may-
not yet come to pass. Yeah.
That may yet come to pass.
Uh,
Like Peak's ass. Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that made it through. That would
Or
have
we
been.
can just use Sanji instead.
There we go. There we go. Yep.
Okay, so who are you Sanjiing for at this moment, Jacob? In Attack on Titan Season 4? Is it Reiner? Is it Hobo Aaron?
I am Sanjiing for, or I'm shrimping for.
Oh, you just gave up Sanji just like that.
Yeah, no,
Wow, no
yeah,
wonder
no.
I'm the one voicing Sanji.
Yep.
Damn it. No
I'm
respect.
I'm shrimping for Reiner somehow having like the curse of being a Titan broken and him like living out his days, you know, on a farm somewhere, just like reading a book and, you know,
Yes.
with like a fluffy robe,
I
you know,
agree.
for like the cold winter nights and
Oh.
everything, and like a crackling fireplace, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Jacob sees the fabric of society. The Chad manga reader, Jacob versus the virgin anime only, Caleb.
Of course,
I
yes.
mean, that's how it be. Look at this beard and look at my lack thereof.
Someday.
What do you think?
No. Not any day, probably. No.
Oh my god. Wait. Jacob's absolute look of sheer happiness when the quadruped scene rolled around alone was worth them replacing the scene's timing.
I
What do
thought
you
that
mean
that
by
scene was lost when Peak comes in on all fours, because that's kind of an iconic moment, you know?
Okay, what do you mean it was lost?
Well, because originally it would have been back when Peak was introduced. That was actually in the manga, as far as I know, that was Peak's first time that you actually see her.
oh,
and
so
that's-
it's an instant giveaway that she's the cart titan, basically.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But yeah, so that it's kind of a cold open, you know, it's an aggressive introduction.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah.
Elias Kimbley, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the little Reiner smile with the wits. Yep.
Yes!
It's just
Oh,
like
oh my God.
his life is so hard to see so much sadness, but then that
He needs
tiny
this
little
festival even more than they do.
yeah, I know. There was something that I heard someone say where they were like, "Oh, yeah, this is really good, not just for the wholesomeness, but it's important that Reiner gets good practice in feeding the wits."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. Reiner prefers wit to Mappa confirm. That special wit preference, yes, yes.
Okay, no, it was when they meet to have tea in Zeke's room. Really? That's okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah. Doru92 with the Twitch Prime, thank you so much.
The pizza did look good.
Yeah. Like, it was the inspiration for the, I have to do one of those in a nutshell or out of context, you know, no spoilers, little 4 image things for Twitter because of the pizza. I was like,
Yeah.
I have to find 4 things that I can put in this.
What'd you do?
So I did pizza. I did a baseball mitt that is the Perfect Game brand because I remember that there is a brand of baseball
Yeah.
mitt that
Y'all-
is the Perfect Game variety.
Y'all were surprised about Caleb catching onto the baseball thing, and yes, Zeke's baseball team, that is very much a thing, right? But
Represent
but,
if you are an ex-member of Zeke's baseball team. In chat.
exactly, and I'm sure that probably made it a little bit easier for him to make that connection. But also, perfect
mean?
game. perfect game.
He's
like,
literally
like,
the
yeah.
only person
who has ever made any reference to baseball.
references.
Yeah,
and
because
he's also literally a member of Aaron's family. Like,
no. But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people aren't as familiar with baseball because baseball isn't as popular of a sport. So with the idea of when Zeke said perfect game, I think they just missed that that's straight up just a baseball thing.
like baseball is huge in Japan.
No, I know.
It's
Yeah.
huge in
And-
Japan.
and as
there's
far-
like 4 other countries that are not Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess we take out the U.S. So 3 other countries basically
Other than Japan that
that
love
have baseball like that level
at that
of
level
love.
of right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but and anime must always have a baseball episode fitted in there somehow, and the Attack on Titan had a very particular kind of baseball episode, loosely baseball with the the Susume and the charge and the pitch and everything. But yeah.
I once came this close to throwing a perfect game.
Oh.
If you count 3 innings as being, all of a baseball game.
Gotcha.
But then I gave up like 4 runs in the next inning, so I was taken out. So yeah. It do be like that sometimes. Baseball pitchers, you know how that feel be, right? Where you're like, I'm on top of my game. 4th inning rolls around, and you're like, yeah, bring in the relief pitcher.
Okay,
I gotta
done.
go.
I'm done.
I gotta go. Yeah. My time is up. 07's in chat, yeah. Okay. Baseball anime is like the most common sports anime. There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. That
Yeah.
would help explain why there are all those baseball episodes in other anime that are not sports anime.
The Grandpa Jaeger scene was executed perfectly. Oh man, we're gonna get into that. So let's
that was
actually
a
get
thing.
let's get into the analysis here, because this was one of the episodes that gave us a lot of the meat to chew on, where we don't know exactly what it all means yet,
Right.
but it's build up.
Yes.
It's proper establishing build up, because we got the Tybers.
And it's tough to do build up in a situation where we still haven't seen our main cast, right? So it's still something where it's like
Reiner's not main cast enough
well,
for
no,
you, Jacob?
he is. Yes, he is. But man, I remember
Hobo Aaron's not main cast
No,
enough for
dude,
you?
well, okay. Yeah.
Jacob's like, I miss Sasha. Like I can feel it in
I
your
do.
brain. You're like, I want Connie and Sasha. Just show me them in a healthy, stable relationship. Like
Making 69 jokes and everything. Yeah. To this day, one of my favorite
memes.
favorite Attack on Titan memes is where Connie, and this was just born out of the 4-year wait for season 2. But when Connie's he's looking at his phone, and he's like, "Hey, Sasha, get over here, quick, Sasha!" And then he shows her his phone, and the battery's at 69%, and they both just look at each other, and it's like, but yeah.
It's the best kind of stupid meme where it's like, yes, of all the characters in Attack on Titan, these are the 2 dumbest bakas of all of them. That just so good. Yeah, I missed Hanji too. Hanji is honestly like one of my favorite side characters in Attack on Titan. Like every season we got with just the whole thing, you love Hanji more and more. Hanji's just too good. Yes. Oh my god, Sasha would go nuts in the festival. Yeah,
she totally would.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
Beavis and Butthead of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
But
so
okay, let's get this show on the road.
Let's get this
this show on the road.
Yill. All right, got this on track here. Good, got that set up.
Okay.
All right.
Man, all the times we see Falco just so happy and like, yeah, things are turning around. This is great. Yeah.
So let's start things off with kind of one of the biggest mysteries.
What's
in the letter? What's in the letter?
Letters.
Falco,
Liturgy.
could you do me a favor and help instigate the downfall of Marley?
Hey, Falco, can you deliver these letters for me?
Aaron had to have had tons of time to write these letters, but also whatever they are, it's probably something that he really can't have just an average Marley and Soldier look at, right?
Probably not.
Probably not. So, therefore, the fact that Falco is just doing this for him, Aaron, you probably lucked out big then. You lucked out big. Like, huge here. So, yeah, Falco, I just gotta say, I love that he's smiling and happy about this here.
Yep.
Given the fact that he is a member of the Grease family, and he probably is not ignorant, to use a double negative, of his family's history.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
There is a possibility that he could even be slightly aware of what's going on.
Oh.
Not really.
Okay.
But like maybe thinking like, ooh, this is
Well, okay. He was very okay to show at least one of the instances where he is definitely ignorant. When he was like, "Reiner, come on."
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get to that. That's at the end.
He says his name's Mr. Kruger, and you guys are great friends.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're literally jumping from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode.
I know.
Cool your jets.
I know.
We're here in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the big inning.
Yes. Whoa.
Wait, hold on.
Wow, that joke came straight out of Sunday school.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right, so going on to the next clip here, we get basically Aaron and Falco having a little bit of interaction here. And the reason why Aaron wants, Falco to send it for him is basically that, hey, you might find out I'm not really sick.
And I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, and I really like this explanation. This explanation being one that ties back to what Falco literally said in episode 2. Hey, you won't need to fight anymore. It'll be okay. And the idea that Falco's helping out a fellow LDN being like, hey, I would like to stay here. I don't want to fight.
Right.
We've already discussed all the ways that thematically ties into potentially what's going on inside Aaron's head right now.
And then also just Falco's whole situation of not wanting Gabby to need to fight. So, it's of course he's helping this guy out.
He would
and
help
he's
him.
like, yeah, this is great. This is great.
Yeah. And in some ways, I'm sure there's a possibility that he's, maybe a little bit curious, a little bit suspicious in a, more positive way. Just like, I wonder what letters he could be needing to send, and maybe looked at some of the, details regarding what's written on the outside, because there has to be enough details put on them so he knows what addresses they're being
that
sent
is one
to.
of the things where it's like, okay, because if Aaron has the mitt, right,
Yeah.
and he got that from Zeke, and he sent a letter to Zeke,
Yeah.
and that would mean that at some point he gave Falco a letter, and on the, assuming they do like, outside address, same thing like letters in our world, right, to Zeke Yeager.
Yeah.
At this address, like imagine if he's like, all right, I'll put this letter in. Maybe he just doesn't look at it closely, but imagine he looks at it and he's just like,
Now,
oh,
there's a couple things to think about here. Is that this being the first one that we see here, probably mentioned in the episode in this way to basically give us an idea of what logic he used to convince Falco to do it, and thus we see where it starts.
Yep.
But over the course of this episode, apparently there was some small time skip because a lot of letters were sent out.
Yeah.
And also the festival basically went from being in its preparatory stages to starting. So that's something that's just good to keep in mind when we're going through this episode as a whole.
Right.
Eric Wall, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime 22 months. Dora you with the Twitch Prime. Red Rose is 55 with the Tier 1 sub for 7 months. I love you, bros. Your discussions and true passion for every show that you guys react to just makes my Kokoro feel so wholesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Falco opens a letter. The hell is a thunder spear?
That would just be like, oh my god.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one. Wow. Aaron sends to his friends details about Zeke's secret ass wiping technique. Yes.
That is a good point. Zeke totally could have gone to the hospital to see his grandpa, but then surprise, Aaron's there.
Yep.
Yeah. That definitely could.
That is possible. The
Could
other
be how it
thing that's
happened.
possible is that Aaron actually sent these to the grandparents.
Sure.
And what it was maybe was because this was something actually in between, like the reaction and this podcast. I was just thinking about it. Was that the mitt might be actually from the grandparents.
Right,
There's a
they're-
very real possibility that it's the kind of thing that Zeke wouldn't actually like hold or use
some sort
or-
of like intermediary for the actual exchange or whatever.
Right. And then it's the thing of where Zeke had his little moment with his grandparents where they were like, "You've done such great things," and he's like, "No, not yet." Which in my mind makes me think that whatever Zeke's planning in general, he hasn't told them. He's keeping them.
Sure.
He's keeping them
Which
at
makes
arm's
sense.
length with
Like,
regards
like
to that.
that, I would think that would be kind of like the part of the illusion of being a warrior candidate,
Right.
or not a warrior candidate, being an actual warrior, is that yes, while Gabby can energetically tell her parents about boom, bam, and wow, it was awesome, I was so cool, right?
Right.
You know, once it gets to that point where it's not that idyllic kind of everything's sunshine and roses, you know,
Yeah.
then I would imagine the Warriors would probably just sort of, you know, keep work at work, you
Right.
know, not
Yeah,
really tell their parents about it because no, I'm giving you guys this great life.
Yeah.
Also, apparently I was wrong. It's for the immediate family of the Warriors. It is for life, for the immediate family of the Warriors, but not for like extended family and
Is
stuff.
that plot relevant? Really?
It was
info?
something that I didn't pick up on, but yes, that is communicated through the armbands when they're at the family gathering, because Gabby's immediate family has the different kind of armbands. Reiner's immediate family does have the armbands of warrior family. So-
Gotcha. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That also potentially sets up a little bit of understanding why the Tybers became who they are.
Oh, sure.
Is that if that's basically how it works.
And it was just from way, way, way back when.
Right, that the Tybers basically got set up because one of them was the Warhammer Titan.
Sure.
And that it was that they basically connived and schemed to basically keep the Warhammer eating one of their own. Kind of sounds incestuous if you think about it.
Oh, it
doesn't
sounds well. It sounds like all kinds of messed up for many different reasons.
all
but
kinds of
yeah.
reasons. But yeah, Falco looks more than happy to go deliver the letter, and we get this this lovely, just wholesome thing of, yeah, is it for your family? Yeah, I want to tell him I'm here and doing just fine.
Like, are you talking physically, emotionally, strategically? Like you know, like,
Yeah.
like,
All of it.
well, what's it
boy.
mean, Aaron?
What does it mean? Then we go into the lovely OP. From one hand to another. Now, I like a couple ways to interpret this from one hand to another. So far, I think the titles of the episodes, which I have to ask, is there any correlation to like names of chapters or
I can't remember.
anything like that?
I can't remember. I don't remember too much the names of chapters other than like very particular ones. But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Gotcha. And then this is the part of the episode that I think I spent the least amount of time kind of going into discussion-wise because I wanted to save it for the podcast here where I could slow down and break up the dialogue into its little bits, and that's the Tiber family. Willie kind of served as a great personal representative for the family, thus making it so I didn't need to get introduced to
Like,
all
all of-
11 characters or something.
Right, exactly. You don't need to know the names of all the little gremlins, you know, scurrying around the floor. Yeah.
Exactly, or the grandparents, or any individuals beyond Willie. But the fact that McGath basically has this direct one-on-one conversation that's parsed kind of throughout the episode, but it's an ongoing discussion regarding the nation of Marley, the politics of Marley, the place in the world itself. There's this feeling of gravitas to these two
Sure.
desires, goals, ambitions, and or just this conversation. So we meet the personal guard, and I gotta say, if I didn't have such a big sus on Willie being the Warhammer Titan,
It's like, surprise,
part-
it was the guard the whole
part,
time.
The part where this guard kind of shows up and is like, "Hi, I'm 8.5 feet tall. Come on in." No, I am not some weird offshoot of Titans because of inbreeding in the family or anything. No, just come on in. Come on in. Like, all right, Frankenstein, like Jesus.
Oh, Willie's got the same voice as Kakashi?
Really?
That's fun. Huh.
Wait.
I did not
Why are
make
you
that
guys
connection.
mentioning cars though?
Oh yeah, apparently he's got the same voice as Cars.
What?
I heard about that. I hadn't heard about Kakashi.
Oh my god. Willie acting kind of sus. Exactly. Exactly. He said 3 words and you were like, Kakashi! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hey bros, a question. Will this podcast be only Attack on Titan or will you also discuss general things later? Only this
Only
episode
Attack
of
on
Attack
Titan.
on Titan.
Yep.
So if you are not caught up with Attack on Titan, you should not be here.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
really should not.
There's too much good stuff in this season to be here.
Yeah, yeah.
Not caught up.
Oh, he also voices Cars too. Gotcha. Yeah. Right. Okay. So Magath comes to see Willie Tiber.
Mm-hmm.
And here's Willie. And I gotta say, on the by and by, right here,
Seems pretty regular, pretty chill.
I want to just analyze his character design a little bit.
Okay.
Because my initial impression off of him right off the gate here is I'm like, oh, curious. Because when I see blonde, starry-eyed, attractive, ambiguously young males with well-to-do get-ups, I immediately think, you're about to try and manipulate me, aren't you? You're about to try and scheme. You have a vision, and it's going to sweep a bunch of people up in your dream.
Perfect.
Well, it's just straight up Griffith. It's just.
Griffith had white hair though.
I mean, sure.
He had flowing snow white hair.
If we want to get specific here, the Johann Griffith, this is
Reinhard.
This is just a specific archetype of character that, based on his actual personality, that could contradict that. I get immediate sus vibes. But I want to call attention to something that I didn't notice in the actual reaction to
the
bring
sallow
attention
cheeks.
to. Yeah. This guy has a part of him that is unkempt.
Well, almost like a part of him that's hollow, like the statue.
Yeah. What I get actually a vibe from this guy here is someone that's dying slowly.
Sure.
Or maybe dying rather quickly.
When he had that whole point of hey, the wheel, it's heavy.
Yeah.
He's just like, whew, yeah. Try running the world sometime.
Yeah. So I got that. Yeah. That vibe of someone who's close to immortality, but is waning in the fact that they themselves are completely mortal.
Right.
And they're faced with their own mortality on a daily basis.
I like it.
And
I like it.
I feel like that's a better rounded interpretation of him, because when we get into a lot of his interactions and dialogue here, he seems to be able to wear the mask, if you will, really well. And that's why
That's why he's the head of the family and, all that. Or because he's the head of the family, he had to get good at that.
Exactly. Yeah. So introductions are had. We introduce, Magath to the family.
Yep.
And we bring up this idea, something that is rather unnerving. The idea that the warrior leader, in this case, Magath, has no idea which of them is the Warhammer Titan. In fact, it is intentionally kept mysterious by the Tiber family which one actually is.
And that's probably how they managed
Titan.
to keep it in their family, is that you don't know.
Right. So, Willie asks, are you able to tell, based on your initial assessment, which of us is the Warhammer Titan? And this is an interesting point that Magath brings up here. And I think that this is kind of genius that he does this. Is he basically does the, no, I haven't a clue, which is probably true. But he says, one might wonder if it's even here at all. And I didn't think about this initially in the reaction. But by saying this, he is guaranteed, if he's really perceptive, a physical response from Willie. If Willie's not perfect at it, of saying whether or not it's here. Because it's much easier to lie about the specifics, probably, of which of them it is. But whether or not it's here brings up something I didn't even think about. This isn't the entire family necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Why would he wonder if it's even here at all if all the family is here.
Well,
this proves that
it,
Magath is saying that all the family isn't here.
Well, no, it could be something. Well, okay, it could be something where not all the family's here. I can't remember if there were details saying like that it was confirmed that all the family was here. But
I've watched the episode again, and I
Okay.
don't think there is anything that
Gotcha.
says that it's
But-
necessarily one way or the
but
other.
theoretically, the only thing that we know is that somehow the Tiber family has kept the Warhammer within their family.
Right,
line,
and they
right?
don't send it out on missions.
Right. Exactly. It stays on the home turf. But
Which means
theoretically, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the immediate family line.
That's true.
Like it could totally be something where they have like
Theoretically.
a servant or something like
or
that.
literally that big guard, you know.
Or that big guard, or whatever, right? It's just
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I think this idea of Magath bringing that up here basically made me doubt my initial impressions as to whether Willie even is the Warhammer Titan. Mm-hmm. Because if he's so good at wearing the mask here, that's his job, is to be the representative. In some ways, it would be inefficient, resource-wise, to put all of it on Willie. Except
Sure.
for the fact that Willie mentions how heavy the burden is. And we'll get into that in a second.
It does feel kind of similar to the whole idea of like how a lot of countries will have the difference between the person who like is the political leader, and like manages the day-to-day stuff versus like the symbol of authority, the king or the queen, that kind of a thing.
I wanted to bring this up as my follow-up thing to the and it's probably my last little hyper analyzing thing on just a little detail here. Willie kind of gives the neutral response of "I will reveal nothing to you," of "You're very astute, just like I've heard."
Right.
But he does, with his back facing to Magath, give the like kind of sigh of relief look almost of cool. He has no idea. I can tell that he has no idea, which means that
That's
they're-
probably what he has to do to anytime they go anywhere to maintain security, because they can't risk that the person who is the Warhammer gets discovered and kidnapped or something
Yeah.
like that, and then they don't have the Titan anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, 'cause
So I think in this case they understand where each other are at, and they're able to then do business as equals because they both have something over the other person
Right.
that keeps things in power. And then he drops this, but it's here.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about the Tiber family and how it's set up is like you're in this situation, right, where okay, yes, them being the shadow puppet leaders of Marley, it's like, okay, that's cool and all. But
Cool.
Well, from a storytelling perspective, right?
Up. That's
Well,
what it is.
but it's cool for the story, right?
Yeah.
But the idea that they are Eldians and they're in this publicly esteemed position of authority, right? Even if the actual authority that they have is secret, right? That's impressive. How did they actually manage to do something like that? Because with how Eldians are so universally reviled and spit upon,
Yeah.
that seems like the kind of thing that would be very, very difficult to do. And yet, because of how cleverly they handle the whole situation with the Warhammer, they're able to do it.
Yep.
Their way of life continues.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Next bit here. Came here to see the statue of Helios.
Who's Helios?
Well, Helios is an actual mythical figure from legend and stuff.
Right.
So I'm curious if this is a semi-adaptation of an old human legend.
I believe it's inspirational, not
Of
like
course,
not like
of
directly
course.
referential.
Of course,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Because
plenty
about
of
regarding the thing that he's about to say next, yeah, of course it's definitely different. But yeah, this is an odd thing to bring up though in the final season regarding someone who a century ago a mere human slayed the devil of all Earth
what the hell does that mean?
and became the renowned Marleyan hero who saved the world. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. Okay. One thing. First of all, the devil of all Earth is the thing that gave the power of the Titans.
Yeah, that's Ymir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, how could that thing be slain
I believe
by
so.
a mere
anyways.
human?
Yeah.
Like, what? Then
it's like maybe he's an Ackerman. Then it's like okay, I could kind of believe that, but like,
but even
how?
Still,
How?
still, no.
With a spear? What are you talking about?
But but the fact that it's 100 years ago, which is vague. Yes, it's probably not exactly 100 years ago. But what else happened around 100 years ago?
You know, I don't remember.
Ah, yeah. For some reason, I think back, and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah. There was just
like
a flash of light, and then all of a
blank
sudden,
space. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd how that works, right?
It's the darndest thing.
It's the darndest thing.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, we've got that we're just gonna take a note of. That's something that Isayama's like, hey, here's a little proper name, drop thing here. Yeah. But then this part here, how marvelous, so brave and beautiful, with not a scratch. Talking about the statue. But also maybe
Truly the spirit of Marley. It's like, yeah, this guy knows what's up.
Yeah, exactly. And then the spirit indeed, for within it's empty inside. And this is the part that I think on rewatch I started to catch on a little bit more to, given my look at Willie a little bit here, is the idea of, well, what actually is Marley? What is it?
A desiccated husk, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. What does Willie kind of look like? Kind of seem like?
Yeah.
A big freaking lie.
A pretty like image stretched over very tightly stretched over some bones.
He looks like a YouTuber in his 40s. Willie looks like a YouTuber in his 40s, still trying to be like,
man.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Wow.
Don't you love that? Isn't that like,
that's a take right there.
Isn't that a take?
Oh boy.
I had that one saved just to surprise you, and I waited to see if I could get you when you had water in your mouth. Because I'm like, huh.
Damn. That's
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, that's
No. This is not something like calling out anyone in particular here, guys. Just think about it. If he is, by his family being the representative, the one of the main people leading a nation of people here that are committing horrific acts of xenophobia and stuff against his own people. Who cares about whether he's an Eldian or a Marleyan or what have you? Just the fact that we've now basically got a person that we can attach to the idea of this is the person influencing on a grand scale the political decisions, as a whole for the country.
oh
And
boy.
then they're discussing this of, yes, but we're both aware of what the real truth is. Within, it's empty inside.
Well.
Someone with this type of look at things, what kind of goals or ambitions would they have?
Oh, by the way, something I want to point out: the whole bit of Willie being like, "By the way, I hear you're working to reinstate Marleyan conscription." Yeah, I love that. It's something that shows a bit more of the kind of person Magath is, right?
True.
Because he's seen the front lines. He's been on there and stuff. And yes, he definitely, does his part as far as having the Eldians do the dirty work of Marley, right? But at the same time, it's still something where, he's like, you know what? A lot of the people here can stand to see the front lines. That way they can appreciate what's actually happening and not just read about it in the newspaper.
Yep. And that's what they literally go into in this next bit here, making this just discussion with these two here alone so much, like, filled with so much potential. They're just content to read about our lands expanding. Magath is definitely a critic of Marley in this case then. He's like, if our tamed devils or conquered armies are eating the bullets, all the better. Wow. While this all stuff is going on, we've got a festival being planned so that we can share the truth to the world about what's going to happen. One hopes letting Marleyans hear the sound of bullets whizzing by their ears. This was one of my favorite Magath lines this episode. Will be enough to stop our self-destructive march towards war. I feel like Magath is completely unafraid of any consequences regarding what he's saying. But if any other person in his military structure started talking like this,
Oh yeah.
they would get court-martialed and or like executed or something.
And by the way, he's saying this to the
supreme leader.
Right. I don't think he realizes it at this point yet, but yeah, the shadow leader of Marley.
What do you mean he doesn't realize it yet?
Has it not been covered yet, or was that the conversation they have later by the fountain on the bench or whatever when they like?
I thought it was Willie basically saying, "You know it."
Oh, it might have been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. If you accidentally are spoiling something, it's okay.
No,
I'm not understanding it.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
See, one of the things that I do in order to make sure that I don't spoil you is I make sure that I don't have a perfectly clear picture of what happens in these parts. I don't go back and reread the manga like in anticipation for the episode. So that way,
you almost probably should though, just so that you know, right? Like,
maybe, but then you could end up knowing what I know.
Yeah. Well, okay.
How can you know what I know if I don't even know what I know?
How are you going to find me when I don't even know where I am? Yeah.
Exactly.
And then literally right after this,
right.
He says, if someone controlled Marley from the shadows, I'd tell them, which is
exactly.
You,
By the way,
it's already too late.
Yep.
Damn.
Right.
Damn, Magath. And then, you truly don't hold back, Commander. What can I say? Giving us basically yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just admits it freely here.
He's like, yep, that's what's up.
Yeah. That Zoro logic, though.
Hey.
Big brain
it
Jacob
works.
right
it
here.
worked for the king within the walls. It'll work for me. Just wipe the memory.
Oh, my God. All right. So that's where we're at with these two here. And while looking at this statue, which I just want to go out on a limb out there with this line here, this path of warmongering is one that Marley chose on its own, meaning that Marley didn't have to become this. This didn't have to be the symbol of Marley. Something else could have been that. Means that in some ways I kind of think that this image is a lie. This statue.
Oh, sure.
It just feels too... Well, one, my image of Attack on Titan involves things going a little bit Evangelion at some point, and that means that the devil of all earth can't be dead.
Right. Oh, and by the way...
Also, if something like that is basically like a god of some kind, no, it's not going to die because a human stabbed a spear through its
mouth.
Cheek.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty picture.
It's a pretty picture.
But no.
But you don't see people putting a festival around it.
Yeah. And someone pointed out in the comments that in 320 it wasn't that Ymir was the devil of all earth. The lore was that she made a deal with the devil of all earth, or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
And then this line here, I thought this was something that I didn't really fully understand. Is one that Marley chose on its own. We gave Marley both freedom and power in hopes of atonement. We?
Yeah. Probably the Tiber family.
Yes.
Which means that it's like, wait, hold on. So is the Tiber family actually from way back when like the Eldian Empire was, going strong and conquering everything, and the Tiber family just managed to hold on to the Warhammer Titan that whole time? So remember how we talked about in 320 that the history of what the Eldians and the Marleyans did was something that was decided based on who it served. Who was telling the story? Yeah, it was very kind of revisionist. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think at this point here, this is something that goes back to that time of the Eldian Empire and stuff. And that Marley might have overthrown their oppressors, possibly. I don't know exactly, if I'm willing to accept one side's version of events more than the other. But this line here is spoken with knowing and
Mm-hmm.
almost like lament.
And it's from the puppet leader or the puppeteering leader of this nation.
Yeah, so maybe Marley didn't fully overthrow
They just
Eldia.
thought they did.
And basically just traded.
Although, if they were then, if it was something where then the Tiber family basically realized, you know what, we do want things to be different. Yeah, here you go. You know, do what you want with it. We'll give you, you know, freedom and power. You know, because maybe they also
Yeah.
kind of felt like, yeah, we do need to sort of make up for some of the stuff we've done.
The really
But-
the really dark thing I think that what they're hinting at here is basically that the Tibers thought they were the heroes at some point in history.
Sure.
They thought they were the good guys. They thought they were the ones doing something.
Are we the baddies?
And now they're looking at this and going, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we're all still human after all."
Right. I almost feel like this is something where within the Tiber family, Willie is talking about a cycle that they've even noticed where it's the we're the good guys, and then it's the are we the baddies? Oh, we're gonna help Marley. We're the good guys. Oh wait, are we the baddies? You
Yep.
know, and now
Yep.
it's like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yep. I think that's exactly what they're kind of pointing towards here. Yeah, but in the end, Eldia and Marley were thrown into darkness. The Tibers are responsible for that. And then I intend to reveal the truth to the world at the upcoming festival. So
Now
I think
that-
the truth could mean a couple things.
Mhm.
One, that Eldians are the ones, so they're the Tibers, that are basically in charge of Marley in general.
Okay.
Or it could be the actual history of
Sure.
what led to this,
Mm-hmm.
just in general. Or,
Yeah. Actually, telling the truth to people? What?
or it has something to do specifically with maybe something with the Tibers in the present here.
Oh, okay.
And that's where things could turn to a little bit of violence
Gotcha.
in a way that was kind of my initial thoughts of where Willie is actually the scheming evil one here, like actually really planning to, you know, poison everyone's cups kind of thing at the festival.
Gotcha.
Like-
Now, I like it as an idea. My main question with it is, what would Willie gain by doing that? Because if he's already the puppeteering leader of Marley, what does he actually gain by making like he doesn't need to make power plays, right? Like because he already has that.
No, he actually potentially does.
Gotcha.
The
How?
the state of the world right now is that Marley will eventually be surpassed.
Oh, and he's trying to basically preserve the Tiber family by getting out in front of it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
And
doing damage control since they are still Eldians, so if they truly lost their position. Now, granted, this could be the way that the Tiber family survived the fall of the Eldian Empire, but it could also be something where so it's necessary, or it could be something where my coming to see the statue was no lie. Marley is in need of a hero once more.
I'm just saying that's where I got like most of my Griffith vibes.
Gotcha.
You're not going to conjure a hero out of thin air, although there might be one who is
War is the crucible
masquerading.
in which all heroes are forged.
but there might be one masquerading in a hospital nearby that
Gotcha.
might
That would be
upset
crazy.
the turn of things.
That would be crazy.
So I don't think that Willie is necessarily going to be the hero himself, but I think he could basically be setting something up to where a hero would need to come out of
sure.
something
And
grand and maybe a bit horrific.
one thing I will say as far as the whole Titan thing, it would one of the things that they would have to figure out how to handle if Willie was the Warhammer Titan is that he would only be around for 13 years. So they would essentially have a figurehead that would only last a decade and a half.
Well, it depends on when they switch the Titans.
Oh no, yeah. But from whatever point they did it, yeah. So it could totally be that he is the Warhammer Titan now.
Right.
But that's just
and
something
he
to
could
keep
have
in mind.
been the Warhammer Titan for 2 years for all we know.
Yep, that is a definite possibility. Yeah.
Because they have so many kids at different kind of
Uh-huh.
well, not
Yeah.
really different ages, but kind of different ages.
Right, it could be something where it's the okay, once you fully pass all the tests and become the head of the family, then that's the point where we
Yep.
take you to a shed and have you eat the last Warhammer Titan, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of nasty to think about, but it kind of reminds me of the season 2
Oh, ED.
ED.
Yeah, with the children eating the hearts or whatever. Yeah.
with that really eerie music, which is apparently the band that's doing the current OP, I think.
I believe so.
I think that's the case.
I believe so.
But yeah. This just whole discussion is one that it's something else.
Uh-huh.
And then whenever someone comes up and just asks you to do this,
Especially when they're like a politician, basically.
pontificating, not even looking at you most of the time, just
Oh,
really
boy.
just have your guard up. I get really nervous with that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, same band. Okay, gotcha. And
Wow.
then we get what's the nickname they get for him? Puck?
Yeah.
But what's his actual name?
Porco.
Porco.
Hence why he has a nickname. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But then guys, hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
That gas. That ass.
Oh my god. I love so much that this is something that y'all as the fandom apparently are just
Oh, yeah.
bananas over.
It's
Just
thick.
actually just completely. And yes, Porco's you know,
Yeah. He almost
it's
took
only
a bad
rivaled
spill
by-
down the stairs.
right.
Like,
It's only rivaled by
By
Gabby's
Gabby's-
you know.
yeah.
But there you go. There you go.
Yes,
You're
anime
happy
is
now,
saved.
chat. 2020 was saved.
Peak fiction.
In the 11th hour on December 27th, we
Peppa
were
is
saved.
uncancelled. Oh my god.
Oh my god, chat, you guys are. I love how in the vid Caleb barely reacted. Yeah, this doesn't really mean much to me. Like, this was just like, oh, because you know how I took this scene? You guys want to know how I took this scene?
Uh-huh.
This was just a reminder that she's so far gone from being human
Uh-huh.
that she crawls around and it's instinctual.
No, I know. So yeah, and that is
That's
the
sad.
that is the general. Well, okay, general. I'm gonna say general because I'm not gonna talk for everybody, but that was the general impression that I think the community got when it happened in the manga because it's the a lot of these characters have major issues. They have
Yeah.
scars from all the stuff that's happened, right?
Yeah.
But you know. But also dead ass.
But
you
also
know,
dead-
with some time and distance, you know.
You guys
Dead
are
ass.
hilarious, but like, I don't know. For me, this was just a reminder of like, and she can still smile. Like,
Yeah.
She's,
Uh-huh.
she probably feels so disconnected from humanity to the point where she's probably like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got like, 4 years left.
yeah, it's
You know?
it's a thing.
But, you know,
I
we're
have some
going to
good
a
people.
festival today.
I have some
you know?
good people around me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
My dad hasn't died yet.
like yeah,
You know?
yeah.
He's really sick and he could die, before I'd go, but he might not.
But-
I'm not sure which is better. Do I want to die before my dad or after?
Yeah,
Because
seriously.
no parent wants to see their child die, but at the same time, I only have 13 years total from the thing, 4 years left. That's
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had to bring it up here. So there you go, chat. You're
Yep.
welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You are welcome.
Peak's ass is the One Piece.
Oh my god. and okay, I'll give you guys another one. This was
That's a
this
great
was
shot
a
right
really
there.
great shot. Just
Like
just
look at that face. Like it's both absolutely like just tears your heart out in a sad way.
Yeah.
But also it's just gorgeously drawn.
oh
Like yeah.
oh. just like Oh.
Yes, I remember that one, Eric Walt. Yeah, there was a funny fan comic that had this exact scenario that came out a month before Isayama drew the chapter featuring Peak crawling like that. Yeah.
Really?
Because she's the cart titan, so it's like, all right, so does she just go around like this, and then lo and behold.
But would they have known who Peak was even then? Or?
No, because I was wrong. It wasn't when Peak was first introduced. It was at the war meeting specifically.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, look into those eyes and tell us she ain't the cutest, Caleb. Do it, I dare you.
She's pretty adorable, yeah. And then we have Reiner giving the tactical kind of
info on the island.
overview on the Island of Parodies.
Yep.
Which, by the way, guys, remember how back in the day, Attack on Titan was so big that I think it was like there was like a video where someone like analyzed the size of the wall, and it was like how much like farmland and how much like capacity for humans
Sustaining
to
humans.
survive would there be and stuff like that. Look how freaking big the last human city.
It is rather large.
It's humongous.
Uh-huh.
It's enormous.
It makes a bit.
How did they not see the water? Like, how did they not bump into the water?
Well, hold on now. Hold on now.
Oh, it was MatPat? Oh, that's it. Yes. That was the game theory video. That's right.
Gotcha.
But it's just like, the thing is, this is massive.
Well, okay.
So, like, where's the forest, Where's the...
Well, no, because but it's easy to forget that there's a fuck ton of distance between the walls.
I know, dude. I know. I'm very aware.
Yeah.
And they're using horses.
Right. Yeah.
But like, this is just huge. It's huge.
Yep.
Also, I gotta say, I love the attention detail with the rivers coming.
Oh yeah.
Through those specific points there.
Yep.
You can almost tell which one is Shiganshina based on the river specifically. I believe Shiganshina would be the one on the east there.
I believe so, and I know that it was said at one point, but I forget which one it was. But I believe it was east. But also now take this whole map thing. Now take all of those circles.
Yes.
Right. Now.
Slice
them up.
Oh no! I know what you're
them,
doing. I know what you're doing.
Unwind them.
Yep.
And then also take the surface area of the bowl part, because we know apparently from that one chapter and card thing that it goes underground as well. Turn all of that into colossal titans, and then line them up, and have them walk in a direction.
Shiganshina is the furthest south.
Furthest south. Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
See, it's just wipe it from my own memory. I can't spoil anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Jacob. Yeah, that's a thing.
Like that. Like,
Just
gotcha.
aware.
So right, that's what the rumbling would be. Okay.
That's a lot of titans. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a few. Yeah. Lovely. So that's Reiner giving them a little bit
Of info.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And talking about what would be a good option to attack. And the wharf is on the south side. And Reiner's just doing what he can to help him with the information. And it's like, this bitch here is like, all right, enough. It was dumb to let an Eldian talk. He's saying this in full view when they pan over to show who else is there with, like, all these other Eldians that are here.
This straight up
actual, like, warriors in training.
Like, this gives me Legend of the Galactic Heroes vibes, where it's like, all right, you forking idiot, just shut the hell up and let the big boys talk. Like
seriously.
Oh my god. Like, he's actually giving concrete, like, information and stuff. And yeah, he was going into the, here's what I think could be done, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then freaking Porco here just giving some wonderful like just mocking this whole thing in its entirety. Just
going
just
swell,
man.
Yeah.
Like
this
God,
is this is the
guys are
customer
amazing.
service workers
Yeah.
that are like, oh man, wow, yeah. Do you have regular vanilla ice cream, not French vanilla or homemade vanilla? Do you have regular? Oh no, ma'am, we don't. Oh, what's in the chocolate covered Oreos? Well, couldn't tell you.
Yeah, there's honey and blackberries and caramel and beef jerky.
Yeah.
That's what's inside them.
The chocolate-covered
Oreos, you numbnuts. Nebraska George is oh so intelligent. Like this is the kind of just general I don't know, like
this makes them feel like a team to me.
well, this makes them feel like a team, but it also feels like that they're just waiting for an excuse. Like
Okay.
Doesn't it? Just like we're like
I mean, did you think they'd be like, oh yeah, no, this is great. I love it here. You know, it's you know, small town feel. You know everybody. Yeah. No.
yeah.
Whew.
Can't wait to hear what they come up with. And then Peak's like entrusting the whole thing to 4 kids. Ryder's like PTSD intensifies. And then
I'm in this
show the
image and I
4
don't like
kids.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Then we show the 4 kids, and no, not the dubbing ones. The and Falco is accelerating
Falco
to catch up with
surpasses his limits.
Gabby. And in this moment, we get the double perspective here from the people that want Falco to succeed here and don't want him to.
Yep.
And look at their different responses here in their faces. Look at their faces here.
Well, just in general, anytime I see Reiner's face in this like post time skip stuff, there's always so much emotion there that I actually like am pained just by looking at it. Like where I'm like, oh man, yeah.
And we have basically the older brothers here, both kind of excited here that things are going one way, and then one is not as much. Lovely. But hey, it's okay. Aaron's here. It might not matter in 2 days or 3 days anyway. And everyone's so excited for Falco because it's like, yeah, they've been cheering for him. Yeah. And, all these little things are like a win, and Porco's like, yeah, they've got no idea celebrating something like that.
And then Colt
airs his hopes out a little bit too.
And you're probably right,
Oh, I definitely agree with him.
But
for the most part, it should go this way. But they showed us Reiner's backstory of those specific things for a reason.
Yep.
And it was Falco lying up at the sky, thinking back in the same way that Aaron woke up in the first episode of season 1.
Oh,
and
boy.
It was Falco that had the memories of swinging around, killing Titans. Yeah, that has nothing to do with paths or.
That was actually
anything
just a red
remotely
herring.
like that. Yeah, total red herring. Nothing at all. Nope. Nothing of import. Nothing to see here. Move along. Also, I love the Attack on Titan season 1 kind of equivalent to Hannes here in these.
Even though they're
here.
literally keeping them in a cage.
They're literally keeping them in a cage here.
But it's the but the thing is that even though we're keeping you in a cage, we see a lot of each other. We're pretty familiar,
Yeah.
If you say that, I did it for Gabby and wanting to beat Gabby to being a warrior, I'm doing it for her. We know it's because you like her, not because you're, implying that the warrior candidate system is not something that is the absolute best thing since sliced bread. No, we know you don't mean that at all. No. I'm talking about
Nom nom.
No, I'm meaning.
Yeah.
Meaning that the last time Falco said something kind of similar to this,
Yes.
it was met with, you say you little shit. I'm going to tell all your superiors on the other side of
true.
this door,
It's
and you and
true.
your whole family are going to get turned into titans and shipped off to Paradise, right?
True.
But no. We got you, bro. We know
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah.
But we're still going to keep you in this cage here.
Of course. That's just the way things are.
Even though they can technically leave and all that stuff, they have to with armbands,
Gabby's also animation just in general for her antics and
it's
stuff.
so good.
It's so good.
It's so
and
good.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, don't forget who I am, what I did, and all that stuff.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing of the kid just kind of saying they know when it's like, oh, kid, if only you knew.
Mm-hmm.
If only you knew.
Yep.
And they still haven't announced a successor yet, until then I'll do everything I can. And just the fact that she kind of has this, like, I love
Like the cocked eyebrow
yeah,
and
just like her look right there of just like,
huh?
huh? You can almost hear the huh before it even is said here.
Yep.
Just,
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Gabby's VA has been doing
Oh,
fantastic.
she's killing it. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
But yeah, just seeing them all doing this here, the guard, having this thing. Remember, the guard's here through this whole thing as well, by
Right.
the way.
Yep.
This is important also because, they haven't chosen a successor yet, which this guard could give an account of what happened
Sure.
this day.
Yep.
And it could influence, the whole thing here. And then he gives the whole, man, talk about showing off. And Gabby says something that,
Oh
I
man, it
didn't
just
even-
shows how different their perspectives are.
yeah, I think that this is something that I didn't really clue into before watching this episode for the first time, was the idea of, well, your brother's already inheriting the beast. You'll be an honorary Marleyan. And I
Right.
mentioned this in the discussion, but if it is a permanent thing,
Yeah, you're set for life, as is. Why do you need to take this away from me?
Yeah.
and
Or
from
my
my
family,
parents?
yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yep,
so yeah. And then we find out why. Because he just says it. With the little blush
with the
and
blush and the
everything.
turn. Yeah, I'm doing it for you. Yeah,
Like the way he kind of yells it out with this shonen protagonist determination of I made this for you,
no, don't. Oh God, I hate Loki so much. Oh.
Wait, what? No, you do not know the reference that I'm making here.
Oh.
This is from an old YouTube era, Jacob.
Oh, okay.
No, that is not a Loki reference.
Oh, I thought you were referencing Loki when he's like, I would have done it, Father, for you.
No,
okay.
God, no.
Why did I always think that was a Loki thing? Huh. Well, see, Zorro.
It's okay.
There you go.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But this is just a really great moment for his character to be willing to say this in full view of everyone here, and then that's something that Gabby just doesn't understand.
Nope.
And
it gets.
I love that she doesn't understand it. Which, by the way, also second guard here kind of teleported back into the frame. You know.
Well, I mean, he hears a love confession going on.
Right. He's
definitely.
like, huh? Wait,
yeah.
young
What?
love? What? And then the other guard be like, he totally said it, And the way they look at Gabby, just huh?
Right?
What's she gonna say back?
How's she gonna respond? Yeah.
Huh?
Like this totally makes me think of teachers lounge shipping,
Oh
where
my
it's
God.
where it's just like, all right, so let's get these kids to sit next to each other, see if anything happens, Yeah.
But yeah, then Gabby's face.
Oh man, it
Just-
was so good.
I'm slowing down the frame.
Right, trying to get
everything.
the perfect individual frame for
Look
it.
at this. Look at this face. Look at this face. Look at her.
Like
Look
that-
At this face.
That is a reaction image right there.
Like
that's emote worthy. Like
yeah, this is emote worthy. Her eyes almost look like a Titan's here. She's got this crazed just the voice acting, the animation.
Oh yeah, it's just wonderful.
The whole thing. This is wonderful. This is so good. I cannot tell you how much this made me like laugh and die inside because she really doesn't get it. Like, you're getting in my way, but you're doing it for me. But the thing is that Gabby is smart. Eventually,
Emotionally
it's gonna
or
click.
technically?
No, technically, she's smart. She's
Right.
smart.
Oh yeah.
So, eventually, at some point in the future, it's gonna click for her, guys. This is a funny scene in the delivery, but if you think about what this means for her character, this is a moment that we're gonna look back on and cry about. Like, think about that. Just think about that. It's basically
A
written in
spoonful
stone.
of sugar.
So,
Yeah, Mordred, that is fantastic. Mikasa hugging Falco, just saying, "I know, little buddy. Trust me, I know."
oh my god, that is so true.
You mean it will eventually click for Eren? If it eventually clicks for Gabby?
I think the rough thing with Eren is that there's probably been the realization multiple times a while ago.
I mean, there was that whole point of thank you for wrapping this scarf around me as we're about to die together,
And I'll
I have
wrap it
tears in my-
around you,
I'll-
you know,
as many times as I need to.
forever. Yeah,
But then,
exactly.
but hold on, I need to go scream and punch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the
Sorry,
yeah,
I don't have
get
time
it,
for
but
you.
I don't have time for you.
Right. It's-
Basically. Yeah. Well, we can get into that stuff, you know, whenever Mikasa comes back.
Wait, no, Mikasa's not making an appearance in
And
the season.
then I love that this is the immediate response of all the rest of them here. Just like Udo's just like, oh my god, and
Yep,
then the other guards are just like,
Yep.
kids, you know,
Well, yeah.
like they're giving that kind of knowing expression of like they're practically a couple already. You know, they're
Right,
like,
right,
we
exactly.
get it, right? Remember when we were dumb like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you think you have all the time in the world, but you really don't. You
No,
know, like
no.
there will come a point where all of a sudden 13 years left, you know?
Dude, that's literally a thing that Grandpa Yeager says. You only have so much time left.
No, I know. Yeah. There was all
Thematically,
the all
ties
the
in.
irony. Yeah.
Oh, and then here's the black cat that we see later.
Yeah.
And then this kind of awkward part here with the couple. That's, you know,
Right. It's showing how
Raising
some
him
of
and
the some of the regular Eldians that are not warrior candidates or anything like that kind of see
Treat
these
the wits,
kids.
basically.
Yeah.
so
Because when we saw in Reiner's backstory, when he got sent off, those were Eldians that were cheering for him.
yeah.
Because I get the feeling it's one of those things where it's like, yes, you are the paragons, the exemplary, people of us that will basically lead us into better times where people will be able to see that we're not all awful, or at the very least, in Marley, we're not all awful. And yes, we can be trusted. We, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But,
Then we go to the stage.
hold on just a sec.
Okay, you're gonna delete something?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Mod, for helping Jacob with all that.
Yes, thank you.
So we've got this whole presentation amphitheater kind of thing set up here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's gonna be pretty grand,
Yep.
pretty cool, kind of an ending thing for the festival or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of a cool kind of thing for the sense of scale. And is that after doing this festival, the world will be on our side. And I believe is Gabby saying that,
Probably.
but it's
Or no.
oh no, it's Udo.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, he's being sarcastic.
Mhm.
Right. And then Gabby's like, "What? You don't think it'll work?" And he's just like, "You actually do?"
Right.
Like, yeah. The Mideast forces we were just slaughtering will be there. Like, that,
and then we get the whole line
putting that
later
on
in the
context.
episode of the of the, yesterday's enemy
enemies
is tomorrow's enemy.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Oops.
hold on.
That's not how it
Whoops.
goes. Yeah, and then my family came from an internment zone abroad, so I know how awful it is.
Yeah.
We already talked about this in the discussion,
Yep.
so you guys know what we have to say about that.
Uh-huh.
That's all kinds of freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the hate for Eldians abroad around here makes it seem like nothing. It's like, well, all the more reason we've got to try something. And it's just like, oh, that's the burden they're putting on these kids.
Uh-huh.
Might have chosen to hold it here so people understand us.
Because
so we can show them we're not devils. And it's like,
because that does make a lot of sense in some ways. Like, why would, like, if Eldians are so universally like despised and looked down on, why would you hold a summit for like a bunch of the world leaders in the internment zone?
Yeah. Also, this was a really funny bit here. Where she's like, Zofia, cut it with your weird act after she was talking about Udo looking so smug and everything.
Right.
And then she gives the whole, like, this is who I am.
Right.
Like this bit here just...
That was so good.
It's
oh,
like,
man.
Wait, how much time have they spent with each other there? It's just like, it's like, come on, Gabby. And then, them all being like, oh, Gabby, how are you going to do it? Like,
how are you going to fix yourself? Yeah.
And then she's like, huh? There's no need, because I'm perfect as is. But just
my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're setting up Gabby to be the ultimate, like, fallen hero for Marley, basically.
Oh, interesting.
That she'll just absolutely be broken and just completely crushed at some point.
Okay.
Because, like, that's where they need to flip things with
gotcha.
With Falco.
Well, and if she's the Aaron parallel for this group of characters, then it would make sense.
And
for
she's
that.
going to do a lot, but it's just ultimately going to mean nothing, or it's going to fall apart, and then Falco will have to save her, basically. But
that is a good point. Thanks for shouting out Mordred's message, Ray. The idea that what if the Tybers were actually also kind of helping it be not quite as bad for the Eldians here by being, puppet leaders
Maybe.
Yeah.
Zaldrix at the 100 bits. I did the math. This is how big the rumbling would be in real world given the dimensions of the walls. Gotta use my math degree for something, lol.
Oh, boy.
Link there.
Oh, boy. Okay. oh, no.
Holy shit.
Well, that's terrifying.
Hold on, let me set this up a little bit here. Give me a brief second here.
Wow.
So this vertical line is how long the total line of Titans would be.
That is crazy.
There would be roughly 400,000 colossal Titans in that line.
Oh my God.
Wow. Huh. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying to think about.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, math being useful for once, right?
Yay!
Like, high-level math. Nice. But yeah, Gabby going on her bit about how, I'm perfect as is. I'm smart and cute as a button. And then kind of
looking
like a devil at the camera.
Yeah, looking like a devil, but straight up just looking at the camera. And I love about this is that there's the I'm cute as a button. She literally does this and turns her head while staring at the camera. So it's not just that she's randomly looking at the camera for one shot. No. She's moving while keeping her eyes focused on the camera. Oh, come on.
I'm not beautiful. I'm dangerous.
Well, sure. But yeah, that too. But just also she's so full of herself.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
100%, yes. And then Zofia being like, I think I spot a devil.
Yeah.
And then just the... yeah. If you guys cheer for Falco again, I'll make you cry. Like, you really are a devil. But then,
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's Commander
Magath.
Magath. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Who's he talking with over there?
Oh, no, it's just Willie with his, again, gigantic bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Then a large-scale demolition is required. Now, I'm going to go back
Mm-hmm.
and check to see who's talking here.
I believe it's Willie.
But yeah, why would Willie be asking about that? Because... yeah, so they mention that a large-scale demolition is required. Magath said it is decayed beyond repair.
Mm-hmm.
So they're blowing up some kind of old structure, monument, the statue. Like what is actually decayed beyond repair?
Right, the statue wouldn't seem like something that would require a large-scale demolition.
No, except the thing that I would say maybe is something that's not
And then all
not
of a sudden,
necessarily something that is a structure of a building.
Yeah.
And that's something that is decayed in a different
Hmm.
way. A decay of the mind, decay of
Oh, boy.
the soul,
And-
decay of the spirit, like the statue, hollow inside, needing to be torn down
Right.
so that it can be rebuilt back up.
But whatever it is, it's something where Magath's response takes him from commander to general.
Mm-hmm.
The military is now yours. Now, I'm not entirely sure, what the difference, how big the gap is between commander and military in the real world, So who knows what it is in Attack on Titan. But Magath didn't really seem to be like in absolute control or anything. He seemed to be like,
Yeah.
I'm in this spot, and it's an important spot, trying to take this fort and everything. It's key to winning the war. And I'm, pretty autonomous here. But the idea that just, no, the military, just the whole military is just yours now. Like, okay, all right, that's,
So, wait. Can I try and spiderweb this for a second?
no. Go for it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like genuinely disappointed there. So, guys, I think I just connected the dots.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is just one delayed, massive Eldian, revolt, basically. This is all one big transition of power. That's what this whole thing is. I think it just clicked with me all of a sudden.
Oh.
Was that all this stuff, even Eren being
Willie's
here...
just taking his hands off things. He's just like, you go, Magath. You take the reins.
Well, maybe, yeah. But it being in a direction that switches things back to Eldians really being on top of things. And I think, the difference is that it's going to be an Eldian and Marleyan leading the whole thing.
Ah, one of us, one of them?
One of us, one of them.
Okay.
And they'll restart their thing that they started and gave up so long ago. And Eldians will begin their conquering of the world there.
Oh, damn.
Like that's why the military is going to him. That's why the World Summit is...
Okay. Do you think Magath is the type of person, though, that wants to conquer the world? Because he just talked about how the warmongering of Marley was the biggest problem, and he figured it was too late to actually fix it by changing anything.
Wouldn't there be a way, if they had everyone here, that they could end all wars by just declaring that everyone surrenders to them?
I mean, I feel like they've already done a fair amount of that, but... Well, we'll only have to wait 2 weeks to see.
That's true. That's
You know?
true.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Oh, right. Then Magath turns it down in word, basically. No, the military serves the nation, and this nation's supreme commander is you.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that's not quite true. I'm simply the one who holds the wheel. And now I know why my predecessors never tried to grab it.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. I wish I could let go this very moment, but a time has come where I must not. Yeah. I'm burdened with glorious purpose.
I was literally about to say that.
Yeah. It just happened to be me. I'm simply the man this responsibility fell upon. Which is, I just want to bring this up here. This line in general is, it's a very dangerous line to bring up.
Oh, really?
It's basically like saying, I don't have a choice. This is just my duty, my burden.
It's my lot in life.
Who does it kind of feel very similar to? You know, of our main cast, you know? Just the thing I gotta do, I guess, you know? Yeah.
I have no idea who you're talking
No
about.
idea? No idea? No. It's kind of just another similar little parallel here.
Yeah. It's Connie.
Yeah. It's definitely Connie. Yeah.
Yep.
The house was in danger of collapsing, but some pillars remain usable. Wow, I completely forgot about this line too. This is basically inferring in like specifically that it is definitely a non-literal, you know, building.
Oh, right.
It's getting, you know.
Yeah. Unless
destroyed.
they're saying like, no, the Tiber estate, it's just kind of fallen to pieces. You know, like we want to do some renovations.
Right. According to them, the house is already infested with rats. Basically, that, you know, they're gonna have to deal with that whole thing.
And then from there we cut to nice work, Falco.
Yeah,
it's
which
all
is,
thanks to you, Kruger.
Yeah. Basically, the closest equivalent we have to a rat in Marley's kind of situation right here. Hobo Aaron in his glorious state.
Yep, with his fantastic hair and everything. Yep.
Having sent many letters now. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a filler scene about Magath's apartment building. I tell you, the rent man, it's crazy. You know,
it's maddening. Yeah.
My damage deposit will cover most of what we're planning, but.
Oh my God. Just you've been sending all my letters. It's a big help. Yeah. Did your family send you that? Yeah, they thought it'd make hospital life less boring. Hard to do much in this shape, though. Like this is probably like one of the funniest things for like me to freak out about, like specifically.
Yeah.
But like Attack on Titan, Isayama. Like, what did you think we were gonna think? Like this is
Mikasa just wants to have some bonding time with Eren. It's very straightforward and simple. There's nothing else to it. And if it ends up being something where they both go for the ball together and stumble and fall and, you know, one ends on top of the other, then, you know, such is the risk they run.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb knows the term hobo Aaron. Cool. Yeah. I had a bunch of basically friends be like, "Oh, dude. So now we can tell you like the phrase, the nickname like the fandom gave Aaron at this point.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like
manga
the Turkey Titan. You know, it's just things like that pop up.
He was dubbed Hobo Aaron. I'm like, yes, that works. I like it. I like it a lot. But okay, I think at this point here, this is kind of the bit where we went really in with the discussion for the YouTube reaction. But then,
you know, I just realized something that I want to point out, Caleb.
Yeah.
How many players do you need for a baseball team?
Wow.
You need 9, right?
Yeah.
9 Titans. Coincidence? I think not.
Did Isayama create baseball? No.
The final episode of Attack on Titan will not be NGE style. It will be a perfect game.
Perfect game. The Warhammer Titan is up to bat right now. He's got a 364 batting average.
The cart
Waiting
titan
on-
is getting ready to
take second base.
right. Magath makes the steal signal, and Magath.
do 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 do
Yep.
do 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 do. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh boy.
But guys,
Mm-hmm.
none of us were ready for this. I was not ready for this.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed how long it took me to clue in what was going on. This was dark.
Hmm.
This was all kinds of
What are you
screwed up.
talking about? What?
I
Dark.
I love Attack on Titan when it's just conversations. I really do. Because
Oh, yeah, it's
honestly,
fantastic.
the thing that the first season really lacked was good conversations. Like
Yeah.
there were a bunch of them that were like do, and then the conversation's over. And
Right.
I'm like, keep talking.
Right.
Keep talking. I want to get to know you more. Season 4, we're like, let's just have an entire episode. Just conversations. Just lovely, just glorious, rich,
Yep.
deep conversations. Family bonding. Yep.
Oh boy,
Yep.
don't you love it?
Don't you love to
it?
see it?
Mm.
And Aaron knows exactly who he's talking to.
Oh yeah, and he knows exactly what he's saying.
Yep. I'm Jaeger, a physician for the zone. Physician. Yeah, I can't even speak right now. I said it right the first time. Wow. A physician for the zone. What just happened to me there? I think I just had like a
You were
wave
thinking of fission, like
Yes.
you know. Yeah.
I literally, my brain just broke for a second there. You guys just saw me experience like a half-second stroke there. Nice to meet you. I'm Kruger. Like,
Oh, Kruger. Oh, that's the name of the guard that, was there that day when my son and daughter went out,
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I sit on the bench here looking for people to talk to. And it's like, oh, this poor broken man.
Mm-hmm.
And then starts talking about Falco. His uncle was a leader of the Eldian Restorationists. Yep. And to protect their family, he and his brother trained to be warriors, kind of giving a little bit of, sideways, exposition here.
Yeah.
And when his brother was chosen to inherit the Beast Titan, the Grease family knew they were finally safe. And, yeah. Why are you telling me this?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I remembering this now?
Well,
No. I'm not making any kind of serious connection there. I'm just saying this is kind of one of those things of where Attack on Titan will have moments where a character will have information dumped on them via the story, via a character, or what have you. And that character is usually carrying, or that thing in the story is carrying all this pain, all this like anguish and stuff, and it's just ready to just give it to the other person here.
mm-hmm.
And then we get it.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me this? Stop asking the boy to do favors for you. He comes under suspicion all their effort will have been for nothing. And just the fact that he kind of clues in, not exactly what's going on, because there's no way he knows exactly what's going on.
But that he's breaking the red tape.
Yep, exactly. And if you're truly healthy, you should go back to your family. And I wonder, is this something that Falco's just brought up to him? Because I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
That means that this guy's just been observing Aaron.
Yeah.
This boy,
Gets the feeling that they're connected or something?
well, this boy that looks a lot like Grisha.
Like Grisha? Oh yeah. Yeah. Like, and if you're truly healthy, you should go back to your family. Like, physically, totally makes sense, right? Aaron doesn't have a leg right now, right? And just going back to your family in general, there are so many potential meanings for that, whether you're talking about Zeke, whether you're talking about Mikasa and Armin, or, whatever, right? But then and if you're truly healthy, right? Because with Aaron in this state, there's been a time skip and everything. We're not exactly sure what's going on inside Aaron's head here, right? We don't know necessarily like what his whole agenda is. We don't know why he like contacted Reiner, like he wanted to meet with Reiner. What is he going to say? Is it going to be, now I finally get my vengeance, or or what, right?
Yeah.
But-
And then the reason why he's saying that is because of this. Someday you won't see them anymore. Don't wait and live with regret.
Oh,
There's so
man.
many things that the dialogue has been doing recently in Attack on Titan where, because we can see a lot of how connected the characters' plights and stories and struggles are, like people are actually a lot more similar with regards to their struggles than they even like to admit. This is someone who just saw his grandson after probably a long period of time of the military campaign he was on, but also knows that eventually, well, within a year, Zeke's going to die.
Yep.
So obviously this guy would have a life philosophy with this. But then at the end of the scene, we come to find out that this guy's actually a little bit broken.
Wonder why.
He's not he's not all there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's telling this to Aaron. And while he can't know everything about what's going on here. Like, he doesn't necessarily know. But think about it this way. What if, because he's a little bit off, what if this boy reminds him enough of Grisha? That he's saying this specifically because he's trying to remind himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Maybe I should have.
Maybe I should have handled things differently.
Yep. Maybe I should have.
Right, because in the same way that Grisha had, a ton of regrets, right? What about Dad? What about Grisha's dad, right?
Yep.
There's things got all kinds of messed up, and then too late to change anything.
Yep. And then it keeps going. And you see the little setup here by framing it outside with the bit here. I'll just
the
show you
nurse
guys
and the
real
doctor.
quickly. So I'm like, oh, he's out there! Quick, go get him! Go get him!
Right.
Ugh.
Yep.
And then
You have
Aaron
regrets about your own family?
like kind of saying it almost like, what was that question? What is this leading question, Aaron? You have to know.
Well, right, yeah. I'm almost positive he does know because he saw the memories of of what happened.
So is he doing this just to be spiteful?
Potentially.
Just to push? Like, this is one of those things where when you see someone with power and they just kind of flick people with that power. Remember in Sherlock where the guy who would just flick people in like 4 seasons?
Let me flick your face. Yeah. Well, yeah, it also it also makes me think of horrible segment of the movie, but first Transformers. Remember that part where there's the person that's walking by and then Megatron's like disgusting and he just flicks them,
This literally feels like Aaron's like, who is this? This just weak old man.
Okay.
Flick. I don't know. It just feels cruel.
Well,
if we assume that Aaron knows what he's doing and who this guy is.
Sure. And as just a, an alternate perspective on it.
Okay.
Aaron has enough just torrential emotion, generally, that this is, I could totally see it also being something where he's coming to this guy kind of for answers almost. Now, granted, yes, this guy started the conversation, but Aaron decided to, have talked to Falco, here in this spot where his grandpa is, right?
Right.
And I could totally see it being something where it's where did I come from? Where did my dad come from and all that stuff? Like, because, I may have seen glimpses and bits of memories and things, but that's only that's a limited perspective, right? Especially if he's planning something big, whatever that looks like. I could totally see him wanting to go back to his roots, kind of, even if they're the roots that he didn't know he had, before that happens.
Yeah. And then he goes, there's not a day that I don't, well, we have in the top left there, the guy banging his head against the wall, slowly and repeatedly.
Yep.
Just a nice little touch there.
Oh, yeah.
But then he keeps going. That day my son took my daughter outside the walls. And now if Aaron didn't know, he does now. And it's because I was too strict about him becoming a doctor. He can feel all the regret piling up there.
Yep.
As he's thinking back to the fact that they got eaten, well, she got eaten by the dogs.
Yep. And he just had to be like, nope.
Yep.
Nothing happened. Thank you for bringing back my son.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we show this framing the fact that they actually did end up
finding her body. Can you imagine? Like, of course, that would be absolutely traumatizing for Grisha, right? But that line we mentioned, no parent should have to live to see the death of their child, right? That's see in a figurative sense, right? Of being around when it happens, not actually seeing the mangled corpse of your baby girl.
Yeah. God, this was just. Ugh.
Yeah.
This is just so much there.
Mm-hmm.
It's my fault. Everything was my fault. And then we see him as a younger man,
Mm-hmm.
and he full on has a mental breakdown here.
Yep.
Yeah. Mr. Yeager, please don't go around on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And there's almost just this with the way Eren doesn't react to this.
Right. It's
Like,
just
this is why I think I'm maybe a bit justified in my kind of pointing at Eren's demeanor during this here.
Mhm.
Is that while this guy is having a moment here.
literally right next to Eren.
Yes. You already are drawing a bit too much attention to yourself, Eren, if the
Oh,
the
for
idea
sure.
was that you're supposed to be here kind of
Undercover
like,
and whatnot.
not have everyone not everyone notice you or something
Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
This doesn't really help. But then after this here, we show what's Eren doing here. And for the course of this whole thing here, he just kind of like, what? Whatever.
That's a thing. And then he sort of, someone else is coming. He blinks and looks towards them.
Yeah. Just like, Now, it probably makes sense for him to not do anything here just because, he doesn't want to get
He doesn't want to draw
interrogated.
Right.
Or
In this
questioned.
situation, he has attention by proximity, but it's still something where, his grandpa's the one that's drawing all the attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I just.
Yep.
Everything will be okay, Mr. Yeager. Yeah.
And then he looks at the baseball and tosses it up into the air.
Nice little scene transition here.
And right when it reaches the apex of its height.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually something that I don't think I fully read here when they did the little transition card here, is that currently Willie Tybur is the head of the family.
Right.
I thought he was just the chosen representative to interact with someone like there, and then it's more the family as a unit kind of makes decisions and stuff like that.
But
I
no,
guess
he is
Willie
the
official
head of the family, yeah.
head of the family, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The patriarch, if you will. Then we get the whole they're waiters and waitresses and
all
they
right,
have
whatever
to be a
disturbing
team.
stuff we were just watching. No.
No. I thought
Let's hear the snare drums.
I thought this whole sequence here was just awesome.
Yep.
For every little reason and stuff. It's just it's so fun to be like, all right, they're serving people.
Yep.
They're like there's a part where Gabby doesn't even say this, but I imagined her basically saying like, "Wine me, Falco," like
Right.
like,
She like almost slides in to get the other.
"Oh, Falco, drink here."
Yeah.
Like this part here.
Right.
Like like so I worked at a couple places just growing up and stuff like that, but one of my favorite ones was when I was at this little ice cream shop where Jacob and I both worked at, and there were so many little moments like this where we could be like in sync and like, okay, now you open the door as I do this, and then set this up as I do this.
Right,
and it's like, yeah, and then we're just just moving super fast, and it's all good fun and everything here. But like,
Oh yeah.
the fact that this is something that they're doing is to be like, yeah, we're a team, we're a unit, we are all competing to eat. Otherwise, where only one of us can win and whatever. But whatever.
Right.
And then also all these people that we're serving, yeah, they all
Fucking hate us.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I just thought this scene was just one of those things where they went over the top
Oh yeah.
with
It was.
their desire to, do
Yep.
their best, and it,
Oh wait.
I don't know, it just worked.
Gabby's holding the bottle like a rifle. Wait.
Oh, she is? Hold on, let me see this. To be
that's
fair,
great.
that is a way that is probably the most
best.
practical way to hold it.
Oh yeah, but it's
But the fact that she does kind of shoulder it in that way,
Yeah.
that is hilarious. That is wonderful. Yes. Okay. Oh,
And
then the xenophobia of the guys here.
These racist bastards.
Yeah, and then Udo panics and
And
dumps wine on this lady here in what could be a horrific situation.
Yep.
She saves his bacon.
Yep.
Shh, don't
Just-
make a fuss.
Yeah.
Just
all
wax
good.
on, wax off.
All right, just give me the wine glass. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
yeah.
But I do find it kind of like a fun little like sideways form of world building where it's like, hey, remember Mikasa's mom? Remember?
Yep.
Just a little reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of a little cool thing there. The world's a very big place.
Exactly.
Marley is not like the one big super nation.
Right.
There's a bunch of people out there. Just just a little cool reminder there. And she also is of such high import that they all trust her word implicitly here.
Right.
Because why would she?
Yeah. This whole party is just a bunch of VIPs.
Yeah, exactly. And she's an Easterner from Hizuru. It's like, okay, all right, good to know. That could be important later. But then the way Willie gets regarded here is rather interesting. Hey, it's Willie! I can't get over the fact that they're not calling him William or Bill. Or like, why is a nickname his actual name?
It's part of his brand. You know?
I know.
I'm your friendly neighborhood Tiber, you know?
But like the fact that they're basically yelling this out like, "Oh, look, Willie. Yeah."
Yeah.
Again, 40-year-old YouTuber. You know, the name is cute when you're like 19 or something like that.
Wow.
But you're 43 now. You need to move on. Like just saying.
You know, there were things that I expected for
Me to bring up.
Yeah, just for like your own perspectives and interpretations on things that would be introduced in like this episode, for instance, right? 40-year-old YouTuber Willie, that was nowhere, not even in the ballpark. Like, oh man,
I think he's a lot younger than 40.
Oh, it's not the age, it's the miles.
But it's the miles, exactly. Then he goes and basically plays politics with everyone there. They call him kin of our saviors, which is interesting.
Yep.
Then I loved how the woman here is named Nambia, which is literally a country.
Oh, really?
Like, that's just a country in Africa.
Oh, I did not know that.
I'm 99% sure it is.
Okay.
But they having his little interactions here, kind of showing that he's got charisma and he's got also basically a past with a lot of these people and has done a lot with them, for them, and they have a lot of respect for him. And this awkward little blunderhead kind of.
I almost feel like Lex Luthor kind of, but like.
Yeah. Wait.
Namibia.
Oh, Namibia. Is it really? I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha. Americans in geography. My bad.
We can't even remember locations in our own country.
Speak for yourself, Zoro.
No, I'm much worse than that.
There's Namibia and Zambia, but not Nambia. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. It's Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That really does
funny.
Look like Hank.
It kind of does fit. But just who
We were squabbling over resources in an unsightly war. However, yesterday's enemy is today's enemy.
Like, the fact that they decided to have all these people then drawn with this reaction to this is just the thing of where they're like, oh shit, did we just get poisoned? Like, literally, that's the face they're giving.
Are our families are all going to be slaughtered?
Are we about to die?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I just, it just shows how out of touch these people are. Oh, yeah, pardon me. Yesterday's enemy is today's friend. Yeah. And then literally some of the people that were just, killing on the battlefield, like in episode 1,
Yep.
Yeah, raise your glass to a toast to everlasting peace. And no one raises a glass.
Uh-huh.
Ah, yes, such an elegant joke to amuse our guests. Now, I have to assume at this point here, he's just
right.
Panic, red alert inside. Like
Adele Dazeem.
yeah.
It's,
The Oscar
okay.
goes to Adele Dazeem. Yeah, exactly. Basically.
But, much worse. Yeah.
That's just...
Yeah.
So, he invites them to the Liberio internment zone. Tomorrow is the home of a people whose blood runs through me. The ones called devils for slaughtering a great number of people, the Eldians. This doesn't seem to be some great surprise for any of them. So I think he's just more of like stating the obvious for everyone here. But the once repressed more greatly than any, Marley has used the devils to oppress other nations and repeat the tragedy. I understand the desire to exterminate the Eldians, but I have arrived at a single solution that will answer this endless problem.
Oh boy.
I didn't even think about this as much during the reaction because, again, the Willie politics stuff was something I wanted to save for this. But you say that again, Willie. Like say that again, just a little bit slower. You've arrived at a solution, one solution that will answer this endless problem. So this endless problem, meaning it has no end.
It's rhetoric.
End,
you know.
Yes, because of a solution. Yeah, exactly. Phrasing. People are actually just saying it. A final solution. Are you hecking serious?
Yep. I almost straight up just
Joked it.
In the reaction. Like,
You don't joke about this shit.
right, exactly.
Like, what
Yeah.
the actual...
Well, and yet we're not entirely sure what it is that he's going to say.
No,
but
we're
it
not.
sounds like he's going to say something. Yeah.
Well, yes. He is saying that, no. I will come up with something that's better than extermination. Which is like,
We
that's
would
not
hope so.
saying much because pretty much everything is better than that.
Also, if you're gonna be doing a whole new war campaign to reclaim the founding titan and everything, like, that kind of goes against the whole, like, peaceful solution thing, you know? Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, the biggest of yikes. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. This was like,
Yeah.
a moment I would have wished I got into more in the discussion there.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow I'll reveal that solution in my first ever theater production.
It's like, why a theater production? Like, that just makes it seem like, all right, now let's go into some good old-fashioned propaganda.
I mean, there was a certain dictator that was an artist, that
What? No idea what you're referencing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Huh.
I don't know. But then also anyone that kind of raises a toast to this and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that line out of context, I feel like, could be harmless. But yeah,
Sure.
the witnesses of history thing, it is a little like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we need a musical number with Willie. Yeah. Yes. Full on, like, Disney villain, like...
Yeah. And then, of course, we have to close out this scene with a nice little reminder of the Helios statue here.
Oh, boy.
Just
Oh,
in
boy.
case we kind of needed a little bit more dramatic hinting towards a baseball musical. Oh, my God.
Yes! Baseball musical would be
Baseball
perfect.
musical. That'd be wonderful. But then we don't have time to.
It's Coronation Day!
Yeah, we don't
Like,
have time to handle the ominous, nature of things. We've got festivals to go to.
Yeah, we've
And
got
look at
food stands.
Gabby's
and
just
things and-
adorable, like, like,
Whoa!
whoa.
Yep.
What? Here? We got festival here? Oh. Willie Tiber in the Warrior Factory. Wow, that's good. That's actually pretty good. And then we just go into montage of fun and food and
You're finally
craziness.
awake. Quick, ice cream.
Like, Gabby just has this, like, we're in a war zone.
Yeah.
Are we under attack?
Right,
What is
right.
this?
Are we being attacked by fun? Like, yeah.
Gabby
I will win at this fun.
Yeah. God, it's so, like, sad but, like, wholesome because she literally has this look of, like, what do we do? Is there a mission?
Right.
Like, do we need to attack them? Like, I've got my weapons.
We will
Let's go.
attack these ice cream cones and pizza.
Right, exactly. But just all that potential panic of what's going on here.
Yeah.
And we have, I gotta go into the meme here. Suddenly a wild, also the fact that Falco is saying this with that crazed look on his face as well. Like, he's like, yeah,
People from the
I
outside
know.
came pouring in and opened all these stalls.
They're invaders.
While he's dual wielding ice cream cones.
Dual wielding them
Yeah.
that he saved specifically for her.
Yep.
He didn't touch it at all.
Yeah.
Now, please let me shove my sweetness into your mouth. Yeah.
This sweet cream.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And
then
this was intentional. Damn it, Nappa.
because damn it happened with Aaron.
And of course we have to do it with Gabby. First it was bread.
Eat and live.
Yep.
Eat and have fun. Yeah.
Like
Attack on Reiner's wallet. Yes.
attack
Yes.
on Reiner's wallet.
Yes. We will be merciless. No survivors. That is the primary target of this mission.
I can't with this image. It's just Attack on Titan. And then they Sasageo into the carnival festival, and then this is probably the cutest.
Just look at this.
The cutest
Look at
moment
this.
thus far in season 4. Just oh.
Like, how can you say no to those faces? Like,
It's just like It isn't enough that Reiner has to suffer both physically and mentally. Now Isayama won't spare his wallet either.
exactly.
It's true. It's true.
His wallet might get some final piece, but not him.
I just love that Sophia, the one that is like genuinely emotionless at times.
Even
If you
she's
look-
like,
If you look
the
really
browser,
close,
brows have that upturned kind of, yeah.
yes, but if you look really close, you'll note that she's the only one that has actual tears in her eyes, though. Look closely. Look closely. You can tell.
I think that might be the sun
That's
shining off.
actual tears. Damn it! Look at that. There's a literal little bubble there.
I think that might be the sunlight, but it could be.
No,
Well,
I'm telling you, man. That's light, sunlight. That's sunlight. That sunlight. That's a bubble.
could be. I don't know. Yeah.
Fine. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Fine. But just then we have the
All
montage
the
of going
food.
through breakfast. You know.
Yep.
We start with sugary breakfast and carbs, you know. So jam toast, pastry, whatever.
And even Porco's having fun.
Porco's
Like he probably
porking down.
He probably made it so that Reiner was paying for it, because damn it, he'll make him hurt where he can, but
Caleb sounds like a flat earther.
wow, that's rough.
Fine.
That's
I'll
rough.
concede.
But yeah, just all the food.
Look
All
at
the food.
this.
And even Peak smiling.
Oh.
Smiling.
It's so adorable. Oh my gosh.
And then
pizza. And at this
Reiner's
point,
just
Reiner's just surrendered.
Like shadow over his face.
Shadow completely.
The things that I do for my children. Yeah. And
Yes.
I love the different levels of enthusiasm and stuff
yes.
for all right, this cheese is really stretchy. With Gabby being like, come on, I will win this. Udo's just like, yes, this is wonderful. And then Falco's like, oh, hey, Mr. Kruger,
right. Oh yeah, sure. Let me just bounce right over there. Yeah. So Reiner
He turns and he sees them all
I
smiling.
get the face where he turns
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
only like half a frame.
Uh-huh. And he's like, I don't know if I can afford this. And then,
What's those dumb like, ads where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
breakfast for the wits, $8. Lunch, club sandwiches for the wits, $12.
right. Pizza.
Pizza, $11. The look on their faces of showing that they're able to have fun once in their lives, priceless.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just-
It's straight up.
It's just like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
oh man, this guy.
Exactly. His armor can protect him from the Survey Corps blades, but it can't protect him from his adopted children.
Oh, yes. Oh. And then, of course, he smiles.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, let's get the best angle on that smile.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his smile. This is the best smile he can give
That,
right now.
that tiniest little, like, half a degree, turn up of the corners of his mouth. Like,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
He drags the nearly unconscious Gabby. She's just like I feel like,
wow. She's like, this has been so great.
yeah.
Life's just like amazing, and it's that innocence of children of like,
Yep.
oh yeah, I'm just everything's wonderful, it's perfect, and I don't see any potential consequences of where these things are going. Nope.
Forget
I'm blissfully
responsibilities.
unaware.
Yeah, like in Charlotte's Web when Templeton's like, "This will be a night to remember," in the one like animated Charlotte's Web one. I feel like that was Gabby here, basically. And then now it's just the the like distended stomach, and it's just
She's like, fare thee well,
right,
fare thee well.
right. Yeah. Who cares what else is going on? I'm happy right now.
Oh man. But as the credits are playing,
I kind of feel like something's about to change.
and then Ryan's like, yeah.
It does.
And we go into the ED.
And it's, great ED, all that stuff. But then...
We get the setup for the theater production here. And got all the warriors and the wits, except Falco's not here.
Yeah, where's Falco?
Yeah. And where's Falco? Where's Falco?
Oh boy.
Where in the world is Falco? Well, just look for the
Mr. Braun, can you come with me to this dark underground secluded, place where there's a person that I think that says knows you?
So these guys recently upgraded to proximity chat, and he's like, hey, I want to tell you something, but we have to go to top left reactor. Top left reactor. I swear, there's something cool. We're gonna talk about there.
Someone told me that there's something cool.
Right. So they're on Polis. They're headed up to top left reactor, and Ryder's like, oh, okay, I don't see what the point is there.
Yeah, but I trust you,
On the way
Falco.
there, things are, there's the lighting and stuff. But as they get to the top of reactor, there's like the little bit of like a line like coming out of the side of the pillar at the top left of reactor there.
Yeah.
And there's a person there, but he can't really tell who it is. And then
This
they
is weird.
pop out behind the side. And who should it be?
Like,
Who should it be?
This makes me think of the whole thing with Jack Sparrow's line that he loved to do in the first Pirates movie, where it's the dishonest men you can always trust to be dishonest, but it's the honest ones you have to look out for, because you never know when they're going to do something incredibly stupid. For instance, I brought him. Isn't it great? You guys can talk and bond and things like that. Who knows? Maybe that'll actually happen. But oh my God.
Oh my God. Who said that? Aaron during season 1-3. What's in the basement? Aaron in season 4. I am the basement.
Yeah.
But
Reiner, come with us, please, please, please. It worked.
It's been 4 years, Reiner. It's been 4 years.
4 years ago, I reached the ocean and, asked if we kill everyone over there, can we finally be free?
Oh my god. All right, Falco, I'll wait in this abandoned basement all alone while the play is starting. Get the Vice War Chief here for me, but make sure he's alone, all right? Sure, Mr. Kruger. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The music too. Oh, let me
Yeah,
check the music.
it's UC Big Girl. It's the
Really?
beginning of it. Yeah, the track when Reiner and Bertolt
see.
revealed themselves. Yeah.
Let me see. It's quiet. Oh! Oh! Oh, shoot, you're right.
Boy.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god.
Oh, Eric Walt, yes, Aaron was
then-
definitely practicing his lines while waiting for Reiner. He had
like-
to make sure that it was like, hold on,
no.
gotta be cool.
Been 4 years. No. Reiner. No.
It's been 4 years.
Hey,
Reiner.
asshole.
No,
no.
that I don't care that much. It's
no.
It's
Reiner.
casual. Yeah, cool.
Reiner. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god. This is the look of a man that's like, I'm ready for this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You better be too. Because
You probably aren't, but we're gonna.
you
have
probably
it now.
aren't, but we're gonna have it anyway.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And now, granted, there are a lot of good things that could come from this. They are in a place that is free from any eavesdropping, right? In a
Sure.
place far away where everyone else is busy with something else, so that
Yeah,
hopefully,
Falco, go guard the door. Go shut the door. Yeah, stand outside.
well, but they could
Probably
actually.
literally what Reiner's gonna say. Really.
And then Aaron's like, no, Falco, stay here. You'll want to hear
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's. Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the most life I've seen in his eyes this season. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely see young Aaron here in this face.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little bit.
Yep.
Like, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said in the discussion, but this kind of reminds me of the equivalent of like, Annie, please come underground.
Please, yeah.
No,
It didn't work! Right.
God freaking damn it.
Yep. Mhm.
But in this case, it's the.
Nope, it worked like a charm.
It worked like a charm.
Worked like a charm. Because
Because this is Reiner. And
Right.
Reiner's a baka.
Well, and also,
Yeah.
you need to make sure that the person that says it is totally trustworthy. And quite frankly, Armin, you're too devious.
That's
You're
true.
too much of a devious little bastard.
That's
right?
true.
You like automatically sus if you ask someone to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if Connie did it,
Just another day for the Survey Corps. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, Zeke kind of let Reiner meet Aaron by saying, "There's still time. You'll be fine."
yeah, because
that is a good point.
there's
Yeah.
usually 15 minutes of commercials.
Yeah. Zeke's like, "Oh, you guys have fun? Yeah." It's like, yeah. So he saw somebody new and ran off. It's like, really? What's the matter with him? And then Parker's like, "Hey, can you just loosen up for one day?" So
Oh, looks like he's back, Mr. Braun. Where the hell did you go? Can you come with me? No.
right now. And he's like, "Oh, you'll be fine. It shouldn't start for a bit." There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, the timing. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you'll see soon enough.
Well, the thing is that I
Damn.
don't think it's due to Reiner being gullible. I think it's just that Falco is so innocent
Oh yeah.
that he would
yeah.
it is like impossible for there to
It's
be
the
any guile
last thing.
in Falco.
Yeah, the last thing in his mind.
Right. The
too.
only way it could happen is if someone else tricked him, but why would anyone trick him into trying to, do something like that? What?
Mm.
And yeah.
That would be funny. Zeke comes into, oh yeah, Reiner, we have to talk. You know,
Oh, that would be.
that would be a big twist. Yeah, exactly. Zeke comes sliding into the room, shouting, "Fourth base, fourth base." Ah, yes. Ah, you're home, Aaron. Ah, I get it. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That works, right? Yeah, Falco's such a sweet kid.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
But guys,
Yeah.
that's the 4th episode.
And we gotta wait an extra week.
We gotta wait
On
2
that.
weeks now.
Like, and to think how completely our perspective has shifted, right? From, okay, if Aaron and Reiner were to have a conversation like this, we'd be like, hold up, Reiner. Hold up. You better not do anything funny, Make sure that Aaron's protected, and all that stuff. Mikasa, you better keep an eye out just in case, Now it's the, Hi.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, I really love build-up episodes in Attack on Titan, and I do feel like this is kind of the return to form for like the typical kind of slower paced episodes for Attack on Titan, but there was so much wholesomeness in this episode as well as all the like the dramatic political tensions and stuff like that.
Sure.
That it feels like this is them kind of nailing what should have been the pacing for a lot of the more political centric episodes in season 3 part 1. And I really do feel like this is just like it just feels like a really good season of Attack on Titan thus far. Like thinking back to all the previous seasons and stuff like that, I think we could tell by about 4 episodes in that, every season had its parts that were going to be really good.
Uh-huh.
But I am especially confident in this season.
Oh, boy.
Especially so.
This is going to be a fun one.
Like,
It already is a fun one, but like...
Yeah, like despite being in such an unfamiliar environment and stuff like that, this is going to be good. This is going to be real good.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right. Aaron literally did the Uno reverse card here. With what?
Oh, just with the, So 5 years ago, we began the attack on, humanity and all that stuff, right? Like it's the out of
the
nowhere,
equivalent.
like, and hey, if you think about
That's
it,
true. It is kind of similar.
Aaron
to that.
does have the founding and attack Titan now, so it even matches up with the number of Titans, And yeah, also the just for anybody that's watching this and is curious about this or has wondered about this, the peak thing with her going around on all fours, that is a peak example as far as why we don't bring up the manga comparisons much, even though I also did bring that one up previously, but why, as a rule of thumb, we don't do that, because they could be brought up theoretically out of order in a future point in time. So especially if they're
Gotcha.
for things that could have a lot of weight behind them, beyond just fandom enjoyment. Yeah. Not gonna talk to Caleb about that kind of stuff.
Makes sense.
Yep.
But okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out for this podcast. It's gonna be a wait. It's gonna be a wait though.
Yep.
But next week's podcast will be something not Attack on Titan related, so
Right.
hope to see you there for that. But the next week's after that, when the episode comes back, it will be an Attack on Titan episode deep dive analysis video again. But
Yes.
leave a follow if you want to stay up to date on all of our other streams. Monday to Friday, we stream 3 p.m. Pacific time. Monday is the podcast. Tuesday is One Piece dramatic manga readings.
Oh.
Wednesday and Friday, I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. And on Thursday, Jacob's playing Persona 4 Golden.
Yes, it's been a couple weeks, so man, it's been a while, but yeah, we're gonna get back into that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, so check that out. If any of it interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time. Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
All
boy.
right.
What we talk about next week, you'll find out
Yes, you will find out
on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon these Titan balls. Yeah.
Titans don't have balls.
Mm.
Although, actually, that's a good question. No, that
I mean,
could
what if the Warhammer Titan?
Well, okay. In general, We've seen Aaron do some crazy things with his hardening. So,
he could direct it and
So-
focus it.
theoretically, he could use his hardening to make all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be walls and things like
That is
that, or
true.
patching up walls.
That is
What
true.
if he made something of the different variety? I'm sure there's fan fiction of that out there somewhere.
Possibly.
I'm
But
sorry.
even
Not
crazier
sorry.
would be if Aaron took his harden